about right here is probably about the halfway. I actually want to put it near where this is, near the, do it near where this is at, so it kind of gets on the same. I think this is going to be a normal. Yeah. And that's about right. Now we got to clean up the orbit a bit. Perhaps this is good. Actually, we could probably push it out a little bit. Apoapsis we got to bring in though. This one was at 150, right? Yeah. So something roughly the same. Whoops. Actually, I'm going to have to burn anti-normal real quick. Kind of screwed that up. Normally I'd want it to be more equatorial for the center point, but this will work too. We're good on electric. Just going around the dark side here. I'm going to lose communication, aren't I? Yeah. Oh, because they're going opposite. They are going opposite orbits. How hard would it be to actually change this to the proper direction? Probably extremely. Oh, because I'm locked, because I'm behind the moon. Of course. Yeah. Extremely to the point of impossible, probably. Alright, we'll just have to deal with it. Maybe times where there's no communication. So I'm gonna get back over to here. That's gonna be a normal. Or no, anti-normal, normal, anti-normal. I'm gonna go the opposite. Clean this up a little bit. Okay. Now make sure I'm on retro. Setting all this up is very time consuming. And actually, you know, it may also be a project of the fact that I'm so close to it. I may want to reset up for 300k. Not 150. So in that regard, we actually have to go prograde. The idea is to make it so that these guys can talk with each other, no matter where they're at in their orbits, and at least one of them will be within contact with Kerbal. So you can see there now, that pretty much contact most of the way to this point. I think like maybe 10% of its orbit it didn't just now. Which is kind of what we want. So I do think I didn't have it far enough away. I'll have to readjust this one too. While I'm here, let's go ahead and jettison this last bit. Thanks for the follow. Who was that? Sergeant Concord. Thanks for the follow. Okay, do I have the easy vessel switch? What was it? Alt, left click? Right click, I mean? This, I don't think this is it. It might be it, but I'm not entirely sure. The docking mod isn't working. Docking part overlay mod thing isn't working, so that probably isn't either. Easy vessel switch. Maybe that wasn't. I don't know. I have no idea anymore. So we need to get to 300k. Let's switch to prograde. It's much faster than that huge rocket on the arse of this thing. Slow us down. Okay. Guess we're doing AP first. There we go. The thing was in contact the entire time. That's what I'm looking for. I don't even need the RCS for that. Then what I'll do is I'll throw this into like a semi-fast warp mode, and we'll see how this does. Okay, good enough. So, 3 times? No. 4 times. Okay, so it's in contact. Not in contact, was in contact there. Is in contact. Actually, I could contact it at any... Well, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. We get over to here, and it should be in contact, but it's using this satellite here. Maybe the moon is still... Maybe it is in the way. It shouldn't be switching over to another relay, unless it can't get it from Kerbal. Of course, the ultimate test of this is going to be putting something on the moon and seeing what the... Yeah, I think we got it. Actually, the moon base will be, or the moon station will be a test of that. I think we've got it, though. This has got contact with Kerbal 100% of the time. At least so far. Maybe there's a specific orbital setup that it doesn't, but it seems to so far. Okay, there was a dark spot there for about 20 minutes. So it's still not perfect, but this one should be able to cover the station when this one can't. Okay, I think we're good. I need to go back to this mode. Yeah, exactly. speaking of which, let's get that stuff out of the way. It shouldn't be a problem, but to be on the safe side. There's also an application called, let's see if I can remember it. I can't at the moment, but it's a save file editor for KSP, and you can actually use that to remove debris and junk from your save file as well. And actually causes a lot of save file bloat. So what we need to do is we need to look for debris. Turn off everything else. So here's the debris. Oh, that's the engine from the Minmus lander. So we just hit terminate flight. Now to get rid of the debris. If only cleaning up space junk was that easy in real life. Okay, now we've got to build the station. Now we've got to build the station. This is where things get interesting. And the sky crane too, which is where things get really interesting, because the way the sky crane has to work is that you take up a base section, dock it to the sky crane, which is docked to the station, undock the sky crane from the station, take it down to the moon, drop off the base part, then fly back up to the station and dock it again. And you have to have one, enough fuel and enough engine power to do that with like a Rockomax sized part on the bottom of it, and two, it has to be maneuverable enough that you can do the stuff you need to do to get stuff safely onto the ground. It's not easy at all. So to start with, we're going to do a Probodyne. It's going to be a... Well, actually... We kind of... Oh, no, we can't. We cannot, because we don't have the... We have to go back to Minmus first. Shit. We don't have the science to do it yet. Because we need to have... or no, not the science. Jeb has to be able to use target lock-on. Well, that's for docking. Never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself. We're not to that point yet. Station will be... and we could put a... do we send people up with it or not? I think we don't, because if I screw up and blow it up, I don't have to reload like a 2-hour quick save or something. So we'll do with a Probodyne. Probodyne core. To start with, we'll just put like a crew cabin in here somewhere. Okay. Now on top of that, we definitely want to put a relay. We're gonna start up pretty similar to how we do the other stuff. Scale it up. Battery. Power, we definitely need. Radial. Should be enough. Wait. Not correct. Incorrect. On the very top of this, we need it's gonna have to be a Clampatron. Not the junior, not the senior, but the one in between. Where's that underneath? Coupling? I like to try and keep it as far as possible, just to give you a little bit more clearance. Okay. This is where the Sky Crane will dock at from its side. This will have to go on some other time, some other place. Now, solar panels. Do the 1x6 again. 6, not 8. Ah, one too many. There. Okay, below that's definitely going to need one of these. And then below that, let's see, we won't necessarily need a lot of monopropellant. We will need some, though, as like a storage to refill the Sky Crane with, because that will definitely need monopropellant. That will need tons of it. So I think a T800 should be enough. Probably too much, but we're going to go with that. I can also stick this onto it while we're there. I got this here. Alright, let's change this to monopropellant. There it is. Total's 800 units, okay. May want to do even 2 of them. Actually, let's do a 400 instead of an 800. In fact, you know what? No. Let's make this a crew cabin. We'll do one of the Rockomax sections as the monopropellant. Need structural. I can scale it down. Okay. Let's see. That's probably really all we need for this top part, to be honest. That's probably all we need. So let's throw in well, actually, we don't need a decoupler. We're not going to be decoupling this part. So let's throw in a Rockomax adapter, which is down here somewhere. There you are. Alright, and then an advanced large reaction wheel. Now, let's do the right one. Let's do a Rockomax 16. This has got 1.6K units of monopropellant. It should be quite enough. Actually, I might want to do 2 of them just in case, so I don't have to keep. If you don't do enough storage, you have to refill it quite often. I have to build a refueling rocket too. Damn, that can be annoying as well. Let's see, jumbos. 2 of them will be quite enough. I have to raise this up a little bit. Now on the edges of the outside of this, we're going to do Clampatron. These guys again, because we're going to have parts that will dock with these. So we do symmetrical. Give myself enough room. Okay. I'll put a little bit more room between these in case I want to do something horizontally instead of vertically onto it. Alright. Those should absolutely be done with the angle snapping, just to make sure you get them all equally lined up. If you don't have them lined up properly, horizontally and vertically, you can run into some pretty gnarly problems trying to dock. Alright, so what do we need now? RCS thrusters. potentially. On this, no, maybe for stability on liftoff and getting it there. We shouldn't need too much. It's underneath this. Actually, let me do the I'm gonna do the one that has the 5. All right. Under this, we're gonna put a mainsail. Mainly because the twin bore on the right section is a little bit too bulky. Even though it has a lot more thrust power, we're not really going to need that once we get this thing where we want it to be at. Always cannot find the mainsail because I'm not used to the new skin on it. There you are. Alright, that section's done. Now we're going to do the liftoff part. So we need a coupler. Actually, could also deal. Yeah, stick one of these on. A little bit extra. Okay, decoupler. I think it's a T. I think it's the 37. No, it's the next one up. I want the 25. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm going to Kerbadine part. Not cryogenic. Well, I can change it. Actually, that's not what we want. That's too big. I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. Or no, not liquid hydrogen. Wrong one. We want oxidizer plus. Yeah, there we go. And then three of those. Along with a mammoth engine for that. So the mammoth has 3,700 thrust in atmosphere and 4,000 vacuum. Then we're going to need a couple of those. So let's get the 70s. We're going to do just basic gun-in staging on this one. So we'll do 3x3. Oof, gotta do the musical tank here. Okay. No scope. Not very well. Actually, what I should probably do is also do have any engine or fuel tank? Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's a SRBs. Space XY or Space Y, not XY. Yeah. Again, maybe overkill, maybe not. Try and get these a little bit more actually equal to each other. There we go. Oh, nose cones. We need nose cones everywhere. Oh. Okay. There we go. We need these guys. Let's see. How's the best way to do this? Definitely not that way. Jesus. Yeah, see, Gwilt. I like to do 2. It's probably going to overkill them. Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. Well, not so much. These solid rocket boosters, you don't have to do the... they burn on their own. You can't... They don't provide fuel. What we'll just do is a straight tank into tank into tank. So these outer ones will go into the inner ones. The inner ones will go to the center. And I'll just take all these off at the same time. But yeah, no, the decouplers are going to be the thing that'll be interesting. I should probably also do a fairing. This is kind of off center, isn't it? These are to this. Yikes. Well, it's either going to fly or it'll be a spectacle. Either way people win. Okay, fuel lines. So, you to you. You to you. Let's also make sure we combine all the rockets together. So actually all of these can go to the bottom. Oops, helps me hold the right... Is it shift or is it... I have no clue anymore. Let's drag them down individually. Alright, we got 3.16 on the first stage now. Thrust to weight. Which is definitely overkill. Now, those are those, which is fine. These are these. They go together. Should end at the same time. Next we have those, and then these. Actually, that doesn't so bad after all. They all kind of fell into place. Okay. Yeah, maybe we don't need a fairing. It's not that huge. Okay, this part is. Also, muy importante that we forgot to do. Hell, this is going to be... Okay, here's what we'll do. Take you off. Trying to wing it. This is always fun, trying to get a rocket in the center when everything else is already attached. Okay, hopefully this doesn't take everything off. Which one are you? S, there we go.